I believe every father would like to work with his son, so I was very lucky because I can spend more time with him, having fun on the set. And no, it was his first or second movie, but he was into it.
And you stay out of trouble, okay? Show me what you got. Good. One more time. Come on, faster. Yeah, that's right. Love you.
Love you, Dad.
I like playing very strong characters. I played Galina, and I just love her. She's got two very distinct sides to her. Very vulnerable and open, which comes out later in the film, but very strong and very sexy, very sensual, almost like a cat.
Walk towards the light.
I wouldn't trust you if your tongue came notarized. Show me your ID.
You were sitting on it.
ID.
The biggest challenge in playing Galina was I had to get rid of my fear of heights. That's huge. When I was very little, I was afraid of heights, and I was also claustrophobic. I would not get in an elevator, and I would freeze if we were hiking and there was, a little cliff and a little road. I would freeze in the middle and couldn't move for hours. They couldn't get me down, and so I had to learn to fly with these. They put you on a harness and the whole thing. The first few days, I was 50 feet up in the air, shaking, just shaking, and thinking that I was, that was it, I was dead. And after a couple of weeks, maybe the third or fourth time that I was up there shooting, I didn't want to come down. My arms were bruised. I had bruises everywhere on my body, but I loved it so much. I ended up doing backward flips and hanging upside down, 50 feet up in the air, flying down towards camera. That is such a great feeling when you overcome a fear. I think that the best part of making Derailed was the fighting and getting to work with somebody as great as Jean-Claude for that. He's just an amazing fighter, and he taught me a lot of things. I think it's very sexy for a woman to know martial arts, and we incorporated jiu-jitsu and some taekwondo, so it was very intense physically, but so much fun. Working with JC was amazing because he knows fighting so well. Watching him work, the way he said, "Galina, you turn into an animal when you fight. You become an animal." He'd make these faces, and it was quite wonderful, to have JC right there to kind of coach me.
The fight scenes were like a little different. We use some jiu-jitsu move. It's like a different type of techniques. So maybe the audience will see something different. When you fight and you do fighting scenes, some people call that stunts, but I trained for many years martial arts, so it's like almost like physical acting type of move. So I know to control and how to do those fight scenes. So it's like a second nature. I don't know if I call that a stunt.
Miniature train is about 6 feet long and each car, and about 2.5 feet high. So it's a big miniature, which allows you to get the detail, allows you to put the lights in, and everything's cast. Everything is hand carved. Everything is then cast and made in mold.
Easy. Careful.
With miniatures, certain things are very difficult to do. Dust, dirt, water, fire, smoke, because those things exist on a scale. There's no such thing as a miniature fire. There's fire. You can't miniaturize fire. The same thing with smoke. You can't miniaturize smoke. It's just smoke. So they've been able to create a model, a miniature that's big enough, right, where the smoke sort of, even though it's real, looks like it's in the correct scale. And they downscale the explosions and try to keep the fires down low, and it lends a certain believability to it. Where if you had a very small miniature and you're trying to blow that up, it always looks wrong because the explosion and the flames are always the right size. They're real, right? And it's supposed to be coming out of this real train, which isn't real. So it's always out of proportion. At one point in the real stage, we had a constructed full-size roof of a train car. We had our actors on top of that. On top of that, we had a full-scale model, full-size scale model of a helicopter above the train, sort of suspended in the studio. And everything else was green screen.
I had never worked on a green screen or with a green screen, and there are a lot of challenges. I mean, normally you'd be up on a train and it'd be moving, so your movements come natural from the movements of the train. On a green screen, you fake all that. You're faking all that, and so you really have to be so in tune. You really have to be feeling whatever it is that you're doing in order to make it believable. So that was a challenge in itself.
There were some times and some shots, this is in the Tomas Arana and Jean-Claude Van Damme train top fight on the helicopter. There were some times where we felt that the full-scale model really just wasn't behaving correctly, just wasn't moving right. And so the CGI people, because we were shooting against green screen, were able to take out the full-scale model and actually put a computer graphic helicopter into the shot. And there's probably 6 or 7 shots, there's more than that, there's probably 16 or 17 shots in the film where you actually have real people, miniatures, and CGI, all working at once, and I think it looks pretty good.
Oh, this was great. The people in Bulgaria are fantastic people. But they're great people. They're like down to earth. They're like, they're good people. They're good people.
I have to tell you, the first month I was there, I stayed, to myself, watched movies, was a very good girl. And everyone kept saying how much fun, Sophia is, and I still wasn't going out. And then this new group of actors came in, because in the beginning it was JC and I. We were mostly in all the scenes with a couple other actors. But then all the American actors came. There was a group of them, I don't know, 10 of them. Crazy, crazy. And then we started going out a lot and having such a good time. And people in Bulgaria really know how to live life.
I was having a great time on this location. And now if I have a different look, it's because I'm doing another movie. Yeah, I want to say to all my fans, I'm very happy they're watching me on DVD. It's going to be great for the future because I'm going to do different types of movies. I'm going to dedicate myself to, instead of just action movies, I want to do action characters movies so I can feel something inside the picture, like in my old movies, like Lionheart, Bloodsport. Simple movies, but I was feeling something, so I want them to know I'm going to go back to that feeling. that strength. And we all have that feeling in life. We just have to grab it. Thank you.